So they're with the Cleveland Browns, and right now they just named their starter, which we all knew, wasn't going to be him. But now he's playing to see if he's going to be next, QB2. And by all accounts, he's, showed up. He's earned it, the right, and you can tell that everyone's rooting for him. Even they were like showing videos because they were playing the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers, and even their fans were cheering for him, like when he was doing stuff. That. Which was really cool because the kid is really good. You know what I mean? Like the kid is really good, and for as much nepotism that happens in the NFL, especially with these quarterbacks and all that stuff, when they look a little different. The fact that would even be brought into the conversation is crazy.
People knew him not being drafted. It was also
personal.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So now that his success, I feel like everyone has gotten behind him because he is a good kid.
Let go. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to stay. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Trying to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look.
All right, you guys, you know what time it is. Welcome back to another episode of Sportsing. We need to actually insert those sounds because it sounds. I sound like a squawking duck. Anyway, this is where we break down sports. You're welcome, like best friends, because that's what we are. Yes. It's a fun time. We'll give you some shenanigans. I'm out of control. I very seldom know what I'm talking about. And that's Erica.
I'm Erica Lynn. She's Gloria Govan by BT Dub, in case you didn't know. I'm Erica Lynn O'Keefe. And this week we're going to talk some NFL.
Yes.
Shedeur Sanders made his preseason debut. The MLB started. Now we can actually pay attention to the MLB because now we're getting to the thick of things.
Because before it was just like, kill me now.
Y'all got a million games. We'll get there. The WNBA playoffs is having this thing and so much more. So how about we start there with the WNBA? All right. Since they're doing their thing.
They are. Let's kick it off.
Yeah. So we're down. We got about a quarter of the season left. Not even that, like maybe about 9 or 8 or so games left
until the
playoffs are happening. So right now we're in the push. To me, still the Minnesota Lynx are still kind of the team to beat. They with Fee being out, their star player who is still very much the MVP favorite, I would say. There's a couple other that are starting to creep up on her, especially with the missed days. Since she's been out for like a couple games now, she's still going to miss maybe a few more. Yeah. But Minnesota's been still moving like a well-oiled machine, even without her, the stud buds.
First of all, the stud buds, did you see them go on a double date?
No, they did a double date?
They lived, is that how you say? They lived a double date together.
Awesome.
I'm going to send you this shit. Was brilliant. People were like, how do they even manage this? Because since you told me, I've been paying attention. You got to check it out. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay. I got to go check it out.
I for sure knew you'd seen it. That's why I didn't send it to you.
Because I subscribe to them on
what is it? Subscription?
Whatever it is. Well, I follow them on whatever platform it is that they do the live or whatever. I can't even think of it right now. But anyways, and so I get the notifications, but if I'm doing stuff, then it's hard to, because they're on the East Coast, and so I'm still working by that time or whatever. So but I can go back to the page and watch it.
Yes, a double date. They live
and this is the thing. They're doing their live and still taking care of business on the court.
That's what I appreciate. For so long, people have been like, oh, you shouldn't. It's like they feel like their priorities are in line because they're doing stuff off the court. But obviously, time and time again, athletes have shown that people are still being able to multitask. Guys, like, why y'all?
I mean, I imagine it's probably even necessary, right? Because if all you're doing is basketball or whatever sport you're in all the time, it's easier to get burnt out, I imagine. You have to have some sort of outlets in between. And so in the day and age that we're in, these athletes have so many opportunities ahead of them, and they've figured out ways to capitalize.
Well, I just don't understand why they're being shamed for not capitalizing on it, not building on the relationships, because basketball is such a short period of time in their lifespan.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you have to develop, these different opportunities,
and
relationships.
Set up beyond. And then when we're thinking about the women on top of it, like they need them sponsorships deals, even more than a lot of the top men that we're thinking about, right? Like they're still fighting. We're still very much about to deal with the CBA after this or whatever. So it's been cool to see them get on the court and do their thing. They've kept Minnesota afloat. But we talked about the Aces a couple weeks ago.
We did.
And they have turned it around.
They did. What are they on? 7 game win streak or something?
Yeah, I think they're about a 7-game win streak or something like that. Like obviously Asia's been
the whole time.
She's been around the whole babies
time.
With her. But it sounds like it seems like the rest of them are starting to click and kind of show up with her.
I just think it takes a minute. Sure. I think a lot of people assume that because, you're an athlete, I'm an athlete, it should just click. And it just doesn't work that way.
That's real.
You know what I mean? Like, you guys need to give it some time just to allow for the nuances, the new repetitiveness, the routines, all the things to just fall in place.
Where do you like the ball? Where do you like to be on the court?
How do you get called? You know what I mean? Sub-rotation. Like, there's so many different things that people don't allow for that type of, adjustments.
Yeah, and so now they're hitting their stride at the right time, which means that they're always dangerous anytime that you have one of the aces going on the team or whatever. So that's the thing. And then we have the girls, the teams that are fighting for that final spot in the playoffs.
Right. So did you want to break down playoffs? Like how many?
Yeah. Go for it.
Break it down?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. So the playoffs, there's 8 spots?
Yes.
Because this is a test right now, everybody. Because, again, I very seldom I don't even know where I'm at right now. So there's 8 spots, basically. And so it's no play-in like there was or there is in the NBA. Right. So you just get your 8 spots. And then 8 plays 1, 7 plays 2. And, I mean, if you don't know that.
Right, so on and so forth.
We'll just kind of skip over that.
Yeah.
But so what he is referring to is that the sets, the 8 haven't been essentially set yet. So everyone's still playing for those last couple spots left.
There. Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wore my glasses today.
The glasses. It's the thing.
It's the glasses.
So because of that, it's probably going to come down to the last game of the season because Seattle right now is holding that spot.
Yeah.
But it's like a 1-game difference between them the Sparks, and the Mystics of
Who
Washington.
do you want?
Well, obviously I'm a Sparks fan, so I'm rooting for the Sparks to get in.
I kind of want Seattle though.
Yeah, Seattle. I mean, listen, all of them are playing for a date to play Minnesota, so I don't know.
Right, who's going to, that's good. Who's going to be the best matchup?
Yeah.
I just want good basketball.
But I like my girls, and I do think that if we can get in, we can make it, having a champion on our team in Kelsey Plum and the way the girls are playing right now, like we can make it interesting. So hopefully they can get in there, but we won't really know until the last game of the season at this point. With the way
which I
going.
actually enjoy.
Which is fun.
You have to pay attention now.
Yeah, it gives everyone something to play for.
Right.
And the intensity has ramped up, and so they're all doing their thing. I also want to do a shout out to Paige Buckners because even though her team stinks, right?
You know what's crazy? Okay, and people, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but do you feel like if Paige didn't get hurt 2 years in a row, that Caitlin would be as prominent as she is now?
We posted something on TikTok about Angel Reese and didn't say a word about girl, and our mentions have been
really
nuts.
Wild?
Yeah, because
dang y'all,
because her fan base is really
aggressive,
a thing. So I think that fan base would have lashed onto her because she represents.
Would have lashed onto Paige?
No, to
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Paige is too urban.
Have you seen her girlfriend? She's adorable.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
they're so cute.
They're so
cute. Paige is too urban, and that is the reason why Paige isn't getting the same type of fanfare that she should, despite, to me, being a better player than
I agree. I do think she's a better player. And again, they're going to shut off shit.
Do a thing, boy. But it's the truth.
She's
already all of the records that everybody was talking about last year in Caitlin's rookie year. Paige is shattering and then some
and
whatnot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think if she was basically before Caitlin, that I wonder if she would have gotten most of the shine that Caitlin's getting now.
She wouldn't have appealed.
I mean, she's still a white girl,
but she's still too urban. Like her godparents is like Steph and them parents.
It's
Steph's parents, and she be like singing like never would have made it and stuff like that. Yeah, so she just doesn't appeal to that crowd. That's why they latched onto Caitlin so much because most of these players who have star power aren't more cookie cutter or all middle America, if you will. And so she became the face of that, whatever. And she's very talented. We're
not saying she's not good,
guys.
Nobody's
anti-Caitlin. We think she's wonderful.
She's great.
Like all the best to her. Hopefully she's healthy and do your thing, girl. Like all the things. But I do think Paige is that girl. I think Paige was always going to be that girl. I just don't know that she had the appeal for them to push the agenda that they're pushing.
Yeah.
Because even looking at our comments where we said nothing about her and the racial stuff that has come in there.
Really?
Yes.
Come on, you guys.
It just shows and proves what we've all been trying to say is where she isn't an issue. It is this fan base that came with her to be anti what the WNBA is because of who it makes up of. So,
come on,
so here
people.
we are.
All right,
so there's that. But with all that being said, the WNBA is in a really fun time. So definitely tap into that. And we should, by the time we get back to solos, we should have a better idea of playoff picture at that point. So we can kind of we'll give our playoff predictions.
We'll give y'all some. Wait, now? Right now?
No. Once we know who's playing who and all that stuff, we're gonna do the same thing like we did with the NBA playoffs. We'll give our predictions.
I think Seattle's gonna take 8 seed.
Okay, there you go. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down with my girls. We're gonna do it.
5.
So speaking of heating up, Major League Baseball is also heating up. So as most of you all know, their playoffs are in October. And so as we're getting there, teams are starting to...
It's kind of interesting, though, because I feel like, first of all, MLB seasons last 365 days, and then all of a sudden it's just then it's like, oh shit, the playoffs is around the corner.
Especially because the playoffs legitimately only last like a month.
Yeah, like that. You know what I mean? It goes so fast. That part goes so fast. Yeah, that's when I really get it. I'm interested in MLB now. You could miss me on every other month before the playoffs, guys.
Yeah,
my gosh,
it's heating up. So in the National League, and in particular the National League West, because obviously I'm Dodger fans, and so that's what we care about.
NL West,
but however, in the National League period, the Milwaukee Brewers right now are killing it. Like they're on like some crazy 14-game win streak or something like that. Whatever they're sitting at the top of the NL. I doubt anyone can really catch them at this rate. I mean, there's still enough games, so obviously it can happen. But when you get that kind of gap at this stage, and they should be all right. Yeah. So they're between Christian Yelich, who's one of their star players and notable players, who's hitting that ball. They're really doing their thing. So they're sitting atop the NL right now. And then in the NL West, which is always pretty competitive because it's just so hot with the rivalries between us. So the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants, who we hate both of those teams. They hate us. Like our fans hate each other. It's
where
a
are my
thing.
A's at? Come on,
baby.
I know.
Actually, they've had a good season.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. They did relatively well.
Had a pretty good season.
There's this one guy, I can't remember his name, but he was basically 90% of the highlights this season. Yeah. Which, go ahead, you. Yeah. I'm going to find out your name.
There's a couple of them. I know Lawrence, I can't think of his last name, but he was hitting a lot. The A's they got some. Right. Yeah, they got some good ones. I mean, we'd have to go back and check the standings, but they're not completely out of the fold.
Yeah, they're not absolutely terrible. How many more years they have until their new stadium is up? Do you know?
Oof, now that I don't know.
3 or 5?
Maybe. I know the Vegas is going to be
wild.
Nuts for sure.
I'm very excited about it.
For sure. So with that being said, the Dodgers we lost last night, but we have were leading the NL West, but it is a 1-game separation between those three teams. So that is going to be nuts. And then on the AL side, the American League side, the Detroit Tigers, who they sit, Toronto actually sits on top. So the Toronto has been killing it. They have Vlad Jr., I think his name is, who is knocking that ball out the park, something crazy. So they sit up top of the AL, but Detroit is on their heels. Okay. We talked about that. Their pitcher, he kind of cooled off a little bit, post All-Star, but he's still doing his thing heavily.
Pitchers in the MLB always kind of confuse me. You can pitch a certain amount of games, and then you can't. You have to cool off, and then you have to come back and then do a test and then think about it, and then write an essay on why you belong.
They're trying not to burn out their arms, right, so that they avoid injury and whatnot. And so they don't play. I think it's maybe they take about a game or 2 or maybe 3 off. Obviously in the playoffs, it kind of
varies. That's a sticky
situation.
Stickier,
but even then, you're only bringing them back in ahead of time.
Is it games or pitches? You're only allowed what?
It's more or less games.
50-something pitches or something.
No, as you get deeper into the season, you're getting up to 70. I mean, you're getting anywhere between 80 to 90 pitches, depending on how well you're doing in the innings. Yeah. So
gotcha.
If you're pitching a no-hitter or they only have 1 run and it's a close game, stuff like that, then the ace, the star pitchers on the team, they're gonna go about 5 to 6 innings, maybe even 7 if we're talking.
Yeah, if you got to be in
playoffs
there,
and things along that
nature.
nature.
So they skirt a fine line.
Yeah, so it's a fine line. But then you got situations where if you're in the playoffs and it's a game 7 and it's or win or go all, and he might only be on a day's rest, but he's gonna come in and pitch the final inning to get the final outs.
Yeah.
So for us when we won a couple years last year or whatever, Walker Buehler came in and pitched for the final out, and it was just so swaggy, because it's at this point, go for it. You know what I mean? Right. There's no tomorrow. Fuck it. So that kind of depends. That kind of is what's happening over there. But the Astros, Houston, who's always in the mix, the cheaters.
You see her attitude change
because we can't stand them. And Seattle, they also are not that far on the AL side. So those are 2 teams to watch.
Seattle's where we need to be.
Seattle is where we're going. We're gonna holler at Seattle soon because they have their MVP potential AL MVP candidate. His name is Cal Riley, and he's called the Big Dumper.
Wait, why?
Because he
How
got
did you
that
get a nickname?
And because he is hitting the ball ridiculously. Like, he might be leading in home runs, if not.
I haven't heard a word you said since you twerked in your chair.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Listen, he thick.
Is he thick?
He thick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so he did the home run derby.
Okay,
and so they were talking about, like, him being the big dumper right there. And he got all that dump truck, and he out here hitting that ball like crazy.
Now I'm definitely paying attention.
You gotta see now.
Multiple players in those uniforms.
Listen, they be having ass.
What?
I need the routine. Send a routine.
I need the routine.
Send a routine.
How many the squat challenge?
Right, exactly.
The squat challenge. These guys in these pants.
I'm trying to go from SpongeBob to Meg. I'm just trying to tell y'all. And when I do, I don't want to hear nobody talk about it.
You saw what she was making, Clay, catfish and spaghetti.
Yeah, I was like, because you don't eat catfish and spaghetti together
at the same time.
Oh my God. Yes.
No.
Oh my God, it's
on
amazing.
The same plate?
Absolutely. Like, catfish is kind of like a side to spaghetti. Yeah.
No way. Like, you're talking about spaghetti with red sauce and like
I make spaghetti and I'm going to fry me up some catfish nuggets to go with it.
And put it on the side?
Yeah. It's literally, they go together.
No, they do. And where? Let's slide into these comments. Because what?
It's a very, very hot topic, hotly contested topic on Twitter, actually.
Because
like,
I've never had that. And
I'm trying to remember
spaghetti.
I'm trying to remember what regions do it heavier, because I think they didn't think that we did it out here on the West Coast.
Do you still do like, we do? I guess maybe we do it more Italian style. Like, you have a salad, you have a pasta, you have a
salad,
bread.
You have your pasta, you
and
have your bread, and you got some catfish nuggets. Girl, yeah.
No, that's a thing.
Try it.
Is it a bite and a bite? You know how like in Thanksgiving you have to have a little bit of everything on your fork?
I mean, I'm not monitoring how I eat it, but I'm eating it.
So, but
all at one time.
Do they complement each other? I have so many questions.
Yes, it's so good. Think about breaded fried catfish like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you're having your spaghetti.
Catfish.
I mean, sure. If I'm having catfish by itself, but if I make spaghetti, 9 times out of 10, I'm likely going to throw some catfish with it. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask my parents.
So we'll check back on that one. And
correct.
Go ahead and I'm definitely posting this little clip on.
Right.
This is because we're gonna have this whole debate on social media. Do you eat catfish with your spaghetti? Okay. So there's that on that. Anyways, the AL is heating up. Cal and them is doing their thing in Seattle. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. So we'll kind of, same thing. We'll give our predictions once we get closer to and all of that. But, press our heart. So there's that.
Okay. We're going to dive into football.
Yep.
Yes, which I'm actually excited for.
Yeah.
Yeah, football's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And we'll get on to that in the next.
I'm in 2 fantasy leagues this year.
Are you?
I took a break for years because it's so stressful, and then somehow ended up in 2 that are for money.
Are for money?
Uh-huh.
How much money?
One is $50 is to buy in.
Oh, to buy in?
Yeah, so it's like $600 to win because it's like 12 of us or whatever the math is. But yeah.
And then did you guys do a ritual? I keep seeing these ritual or these like trips that these guys are taking to pick their fantasy
so
picks
our
and
draft
all the
day
things.
is on the 30th. We're going to hit up somebody's house, have drinks, food, do a thing.
And you guys do the chart and todo?
Well, I am soliciting my good friends on Twitter to help me make sure I'm picking my teams correctly because I'm going to win this motherfucker. Like, tell you that.
$600.
Both leagues,
yeah.
You know
what about the other one? How much is the pot?
I don't know. I don't think they said yet.
So I wouldn't play for not, like, I wouldn't, if there's no money involved, I'm not playing.
Oh, I mean, we do. Yeah, people play
just
for funsies all the time. Oh. Yeah, or whatever. And it was so stressful for free.
Right.
So now.
Right, for money?
For monies. Yeah, so I'm going to keep I will keep you guys posted on my fantasy football leagues and also be soliciting your advice. So
on who to what? Yes.
So each week when when it's time for me to pick my teams, I'm gonna go ahead and post something on these social platforms. I'm gonna need y'all to tell me I'm gonna tell y'all what players I got, and then y'all tell me who should be starting and sitting. Okay,
but you select your players, right?
Well,
we're gonna have an episode on how to
do it. Yes, we'll have a draft episode actually, and then I'll
because clearly I have no clue.
I'll vlog from the draft parties. So that you guys can see what
I learned what vlog is yesterday when Karina texted me about vlogging the boys for Mom Invitational. Right. Don't ask me. And I was like, vlog? Okay. Is that a...
We're going to get her together. So needless to say, NFL. So what happened in the...
I'm so old.
What happened in the NFL?
Oh, man. Oh, okay. So NFL. Sanders.
Yeah.
Yes,
Shedeur.
His adorable Shedeur. He's so cute. So he had his debut. He did really, really well. So we're super excited for him. But as you guys know, he was drafted really low. Actually, he wasn't even drafted. And then everyone was like really upset about it because as they should have been. A lot of politics went into that whole process.
Yeah.
And then he ended up getting drafted. And so people were kind of like, oh, what is it called? Nepotism? The nepotism of his dad and his whole all of these exterior variables were kind of taken into play. But He showed up. He showed out.
Yes.
Woo! Go him. In the game, he ended up with 23 attempts. He had 138 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. I see you, boy.
Yes.
4 carries and 19 rushing yards.
And 0 interceptions, which is important.
Yes, which is important. 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
So a very solid showing after a bit of, a shaky start, obviously. He was able to turn it around. We're super excited for him. There's a video of a vet, a teammate, Myles Garrett, telling him how, proud he is and how he's going to be great and all the things. So I actually saw that a couple times. I had to rewatch
it was cool.
It was really
cute. Because you could tell... so they're with the Cleveland Browns, and right now they just named their starter, which we all knew wasn't going to be him, but now he's playing to see if he's going to be next, QB2. And by all accounts, he's, showed up, he's earned it, the right, and you could tell that everyone's rooting for him. Even they were like showing videos because they were playing the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers, and even their fans were cheering for him, like when he was doing stuff. That. Which was really cool because the kid is really good. You know what I mean? Like the kid is really good, and for as much nepotism that happens in the NFL, especially with these quarterbacks and all that stuff, when they look a little different. The fact that would even be brought into the conversation is crazy.
People knew him not being drafted. It was also
personal.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So now that his success, I feel like everyone has gotten behind him because he is a good kid. I think a lot of his he's a very flashy. He was a very flashy kid. I haven't seen him paid too much attention to his what he's doing before the games and all this stuff. But he was relatively flashy, and I think they try to use that as an excuse to try to cover why he wasn't drafted. But he did well. Yeah,
he did well. So he was on the injury report. He should be getting off that soon. So I think he'll have another opportunity in preseason to see him again, and then we'll see if they give him the opportunity. So we're rooting for him. We hope that goes well over there in Cleveland. It seems to energize that fan base a little bit, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. So we'll see how he does. We're looking forward to it. We're rooting for him. So go Shedeur, do your thing, buddy. You got a lot of people that are behind you out here in these streets. But
speaking of athlete spotlight.
So this week for our athlete spotlight, we want to shout out the legendary, the great, the Hall of Famer, Miss Sue Bird.
Yes.
She got her statue
she did.
outside.
So cute.
Yes, and it's so nice.
It is actually really good. It's probably one of the better ones.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see her imitate it? I love that.
It's so good because let me tell you, I don't know if y'all saw D Wade's.
Poor baby.
I went to Miami because I went to a Clipper game
too, which is also a question mark.
Bad. Like, what are y'all doing? Somebody was like, please hire whoever did hers because clearly y'all need to get your shit together as a collective. Okay, hers looks really good.
It's like the wax.
It's like her going up. They got her dimple. Like they did really well. But she's legendary. I mean, she is the Seattle Storm's scoring leader, racking up 6,800 plus points, and obviously she's a 13-time All-Star who won 4 WNBA champions. She's really was a champion for the game. Is one of the stars that kind of really
super advocates
started to put them on the map and lend some credibility to the sport because she can hoop with the best of them, and even the men were respect her. And unfortunately, that's reality, right? You need that kind of thing. So it was her, Diana Taurasi, that whole group. So to see her get her flowers and do her thing, her wife Megan Rapinoe, who is legendary in her own right, and the soccer player, was there on hand, and it was really cool. It was a really cool moment.
And she had a lot of support there too. A lot of prior teammates and just some current people and influencers. So
she just comes off very down to earth and very approachable in the way that she presents or whatnot. I think it was during the playoffs for the WNBA last season. They were doing some after the game stuff, and just. Oh, actually, her and I forgot who she does it with, but they do kind of similar to what the Manning brothers do, the simulcast.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
I think it was her and Diana, actually. And they were doing a simulcast.
Yeah.
And it just was cool. They're talking like we're talking, but they're talking the game in real time and all that. I hope that they do it again. But it's nice to see our legends of the game still be very much a part of the game and still kind of help push it forward. And all that. So to see her get her flowers in the way that she did was awesome. So shout out to Sue Bird, who was very, very deserving. And they actually did right by our girl.
Yes, I know. Yeah, with the statue. So I'm hey, that alone.
Exactly. Saddle all right in my book.
I mean, speaking of, we are kind of turning into another we're just going to turn to more of a controversial topic. I don't know if it's controversial
or why it's
controversial. So basically, a lot of people on social media was with a bunch of buzz and the announcement of male cheerleaders debuting this season on several NFL teams. First of all, we've had male cheerleaders for a long time, like in other, in high school and college. I'm like, so
it's a part of it. I've cheerleaded since I was 4. And so male cheerleaders have always been a part of the equation, but we are so in a terrible time. Period.
Yeah, it's very
where
awkward.
Hate is really prevalent, particularly on social media, and this idea of masculinity is obviously always at the forefront of the conversation. And so people, I noticed, were like, male cheerleaders are fine, but they're supposed to just be there to lift up the girls and like toss, for the acrobats portion of it, and that's it. And I'm like, well, first of all, if you grown men are going to an NFL game and your focus is on the male cheerleader, you might want to evaluate your own personal stuff if that's causing you so much anguish, because that's not where your focus should be.
At all. Like, how do you even know? Like,
let's start there. Focus on the game
I've
been to so many NFL games and I don't even know that the cheerleaders are there. I get that they're probably not for me, but at the end of the day, I'm like, what? Amen. Second of all, there's at least a smooth 7 beautiful women around said cheerleader.
Right, said one male cheerleader. Like, I'm going to need you to relax.
So why is that your focus?
I think a lot of people I saw some comments about like, oh, well, they're dressing up or they're putting on makeup or it's just, who cares? That's a lot of, are you do you have a telescope? Are you binocularing how much blush
they have on
wearing?
Makeup? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
What are we doing? They have
weird. I just
they
think
have
it's
an SEC documentary right now on Netflix that's following the college SEC division, and Texas A&M only has male. They're not called cheerleaders, but like whatever they're called, like they're
dancers,
spirit
or
team or whatever it is, whatever. They're only males, and I didn't realize this, and it was actually a really good series or whatnot. But they're really militarized there. So like they have like their what is it? That group that ROTC.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna kill me. Yeah. Like those people are like heavily a part of what happens on game days and stuff like that or whatever. And so I guess that is how it became just an all male spirit team or whatever they call them or whatnot. But my point is if college bros in Texas,
right?
are not making a big deal about the fact that there's no girls out there cheering or whatever that. Like, why are you grown people having this?
I don't understand.
It's just simply just because it was made an announcement,
right?
Because if they didn't announce it, you wouldn't
even probably notice the difference. You know what I mean? And not so much so that you're up in arms about it.
Let them people do their thing. Go on out. Y'all better get it. Y'all go out there. Y'all cheer for y'all team.
Y'all just mad because they can dance better than y'all.
Hello.
Definitely dance better than me. So that's fine.
This is true.
Okay.
Yeah, but
you
it's
didn't
fine.
have to agree to that.
So we're going to actually stay on the subject of college sports because 5 former Wisconsin women's basketball players have actually filed a federal lawsuit against former coach Marissa Mosley.
It's like mental distress and all sorts of shenanigans.
And it's, as you can imagine, anytime you come out in something like that, it is so scary because you never know how it's going to be received and how the public is going to receive you and all that. Normally,
your community.
Yeah, exactly. We tend to treat victims like they're the people causing the harm as opposed to the other way around. But these brave women have come forth and they talked about the mental abuse that has been a part of them being a part of this program, which I'd imagine it happens at
a lot of different
programs.
So many programs.
You know what I mean? And they're in the midst of it, so we don't know where it's going to go. But I do think that, like, we have had the privilege of having guests come on this show who have talked a lot about working in youth sports and how they handle the mental health side of things and what is the appropriate way to motivate young people and all of that. And I think we are now getting to a point where we are remembering, like, these are still people, period. Yeah. They're also still kids. Like, even in college, they're still kids. I mean, heck, I'm
still a child. Like, come on. I had to call my mom at the doctor the other day and was like, hey, girl.
Hello?
Remember that one time?
Hello?
It's terrible.
Like, it's a thing. You know what I mean? And so this idea that, like, yes, there's money involved in college sports in particular are $1 billion industry and all these things, but that you're not allowed, though, then to treat them any kind of way because of.
I know. I hate that for them.
Any of that. So I'm hopeful that, and
I'm proud. I'm proud of you guys. That's a pretty heavy step that they had to take.
Yeah.
And they're going to bear a lot of weight, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of, criticism. There's a community, hopefully, that surrounds them with support, but you at least have ours. And I pray that, that ends up working out for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So you deserve it.
Some justice is served, and that it gives the courage for us to turn a lot of these programs around, because I think while we are in the worst of times, we also have the opportunity to potentially birth the best of times for the generations after us. And if
we're fucked, girl. This world is just over.
Oh, we're stupid. Fucked, for sure. But I mean, if we're going to be here and survive past the next,
right,
however long, then let's at least try to do what we can to make it as much better as we can for the next generation as possible, for the stuff we can control, at least. So shout out to them for making that effort.
Yeah.
And then rounding us up with the college football, they just released their top 25.
You were going for?
I am a USC fan. Fight on.
Woo-hoo.
We stink. So my hopes are not that high. We ain't even in the top 25 as of right now. And that's okay, because we're still going to show up and show out.
I like LSU. Do you know why?
Ask her why.
Because the colors, they're so cute. I'm just saying. No, okay. I do.
Okay. That's legitimately her
I know someone else. Didn't we have a guest and someone was like, I picked them because of their colors. I don't remember who, but it's a thing.
That is literally
LSU has really cute colors.
They have purple in it, so I can't argue with you. But
I'm
it's
surprised,
also,
yes, that's
it's purple
true.
and gold.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a subconscious thing.
We know we don't do that over here.
I know. That's true. I don't even do that over here. So. I might have to reconsider.
Exactly. So we are, at the with NFL coming up, that means that before that even happens, we get college football coming up. So
and college football is actually exciting.
College football is fun because it's so much more at stake. The season is shorter.
Maybe I'll go with Ohio.
Oh, we like Ohio State.
Yeah.
Okay, Ohio State is the 3 seed.
Yes.
They're always in the mix, of course. They're always really good. So that'll be good. The top seed is Texas.
Of course.
Yeah, get on them. And then Penn State, they keep doing this thing with Penn State and putting them.
I know, that's interesting. Yeah, because there's a lot of things I can talk about.
They should be the
Penn
two
State.
seed, but
it's not good. They're not good things.
We're gonna see. And then Clemson and Georgia round out the top 5.
I like Clemson.
Yeah,
okay.
I like Georgia. I have family there who went to Georgia and all that stuff, so I'm not mad at them or whatever. So we'll see. When the polls start to come out, that's how we know that we're inching closer to it and what's going on.
Yep.
We are going to, so she is going to keep up with LSU this season. That is her designated team for the season.
LSU/Ohio.
/Ohio State.
Kind of Clemson.
Okay, girl.
/
She's not keeping up with all those. LSU and Ohio State is about as good as it's going to get with her. That's what she's keeping up with for this season. I'm going to stick with my Trojans. So I'm going to stick beside them. And we're going to do a triumphant run that nobody sees coming. So,
and not even her, because it's not going to happen.
Fight on. So we'll keep you guys updated as the season goes on, what's happening, what's good to know, and hopefully our teams do decently enough to make it interesting.
Yes. True story. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of it, right?
Yeah,
that's a wrap?
Yeah, that's all we got going on for this week.
Look at us. That's another wrap. You're welcome. It's our another solo episode of Your Girls. I'm Gloria Govan.
And I'm Erica Lynn O'Keefe. Make sure that you share, subscribe, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously, that's not nice.
If y'all are over here on this YouTubes and y'all are seeing us and y'all are liking what y'all see.
It's free, right?
Go and subscribe. Exactly. It don't cost you nothing. Go and subscribe because it helps us continue to grow the show. It helps us bring you guys even more guests that you want to see.
Yes.
We want to hear you what type of guests and who you guys would be interested in having this on. And the more you guys participate and get involved with us, the more we can bring you more things. And we actually have some really exciting type of episodes that we're going to be presenting as the seasons of the different leagues are
going to try
up.
some different venues.
So we're excited to bring that to you. So please make sure that you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, do your thing, and keep coming back.
Yes. Until next time.
Yeah. We'll see ya.
Bye.